Today, I'm going to be playing Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies for the first time to see if it is really as bad as people say it is. Sledgehammer Games released Call of Duty Vanguard November 5th, 2021. While Sledgehammer made the campaign and multiplayer, Treyarch developed the zombies for the game, and Vanguard X is a prequel to the Dark Ether story. That's why I classified Vanguard Zombies as Treyarch Zombies and are counting it for the Treyarch run of the round 100s. Vanguard is widely regarded as the worst zombies experience today, only releasing 2 round-based maps during its cycle, with the other 2 being objective-based maps. The objective-based maps being Anfang and Terra Maledicta, with the round-based being Shi No Numa and the Archon. So, let's see, is Call of Duty Vanguard actually bad? We start off with Anfang as it's a release map with Vanguard. Spawning in, I have 3 portals I can go into that will teleport me to objective rooms. I run into the Purge portal, and it teleports me to an area with a burning windmill. I didn't know what to do. I thought I was supposed to just kill zombies near these red spots on the ground, but it turns out I need to stand on them and they'll disappear and I'll collect the rooms. So I collect the rooms, I didn't realize there was a timer going off and it ended and I guess I failed the objective. And it told me to kill the remaining zombies. After killing the remaining zombies, it teleported me back to the main hub, and then it opened up a new area, which led me to Jug, or whatever its weird ass name is in this game. Afterwards, I went into the harvest objective, which brought me to the main hut from Shi No Numa. In this objective, I just kill zombies until one drops a rune. When I get 5 runes, I put them in the Sin Eater, which it's called, and it'll move, and I have to do this 3 times. And I gotta say, this objective is a lot better than the last. Back at spawns, it does seem doing an objective will open up a new area that allows me to find a new perk. Luckily, this new area has a stamina. This whole main hub area is actually quite nice. I like it a lot. Perk system is a tad bit different than it was in Cold War. Well, not that much different. You still upgrade perks, but instead of doing it out of game, you do it in game. The first time you buy a perk, it'll be free, and you can buy it 3 more times to fully upgrade it. And I go ahead and do this with stamina. I also go and get a new feature, the Covenants. It's kind of like the talisman for Black Ops 4, but you can get them in game and hold 3. I get one that has a chance to turn non-critical damage into critical damage. And now after getting some more equipment, I go into the Purge objective once more, this time actually completing it, and when doing this I realize that I'm actually just in a room right by the hub. I don't understand the whole teleporting thing when I could just be activating the objective and then running here. Anyways, I found that AETs have been changed from getting them in Pack-a-Punch to being a Covenant. Afterwards, I went to the Sacrifice objective, in which the goal is to stop zombies that have red on them from getting to this weird ass, I can't even explain what that is. Around 7, I went to the last objective I haven't done. It was a transport objective that fucking sucked. It's probably the worst one, honestly. And that's really all there is to Anfang. It's just those objectives over and over again, and I gotta say, in the later rounds, this game must be goddamn hard. At round 8, I was in this little stairway room, and it was intense. But I gotta say, it was quite fun. The objectives themselves aren't fun, actually. They're pretty boring. Around 11, I got the ray gun, which is the last thing I wanted to get before I moved to a different map. And I was excited to get it, but it kind of fucking sucks. Every time you shoot it, your screen will blur and shake, and on top of that, it just puts out low damage. I mean, what the fuck happened? Treyarch, you made the perfect ray gun in Cold War. What the hell is this? I did a few more objectives than exfil, and I must say, it is not off to a good start. I played for about, I think, the first time I did it, it was about an hour, and I got bored halfway in. These objectives just, man, they just do not keep me engaged. Now, I did move on to Terra Maledicta, but it's really just Anfang in a new area, the same objectives and everything. So I didn't spend too much time on it. I did play it again later to confirm the theory I had of it just being the same thing, and yeah, it is. So now we move into the first round-based map, Shi No Numa. And yeah, there's not really much to say about this. It's Shi No Numa. The biggest thing is the new area called the dig site, and I guess a new quest for getting the Wonder Waft, so I guess I'll talk about that. I got the front part for the waft and put it in this electrical box, and I charged it, I guess, and then I found another little thing, and I put it into the traps red box thing, and then I waited for the mid-round boss to spawn in to zap this thing, and then I got the charge from that thing, and then I got another part from a radio, and then I built the Wonder Waft with all that? Something like that. Yeah, I mean, the waft it's just a waft. Basically the exact same way it was 10 years ago. Fire's the same, looks the same, reloads the same. What the fuck do I say? It's Shi No Numa again. The only difference being the new area and it being on a different engine, and I guess the fact that there's a main quest. I did actually hear the main quest was quite good. I didn't end up doing it, but I will be doing it in the future. But you know, it is a good version of Shi No Numa. You know, it's fun to play. I enjoyed it quite a lot, you know, but that's really because I already loved Shi No Numa in the first place. It's one of my favorite maps. And you know, you can't really fuck up Shi No Numa. The thing is, why would I ever play this version when I could play the World at War version and get to round 1000? There wasn't much else to do, so I went ahead and exfilled at round 30. And now, for the finale of Vanguard Zombies, the Archon. And I heard about it a lot, but I always thought it was like a joke. Maybe there was actually more to the map, and it was that this was just Terra Maledicta but green and round based, and it's Terra Maledicta but green and round based. Ignoring the fact that they reimagined the map that's already in the same game, this map once again has an opening, kind of like the machine. I went to an area to get a pack-punch piece along with stamina up, then did the same thing to get the second pack-punch piece to form it. And from what I found, that's all there really is to do in terms of quests on the map, apart from the main one. I mean, I like the Archon a lot. It's not too bad. I like the layout and the setting. I actually really like. Terra Maledicta did debut a new Wonder weapon that's like a shield, and I heard it's really overpowered, but I never ended up getting it, but it's also on this map. Not really much I can say about the map. The thing about this map, it doesn't feel official, you know. It feels like something you would play on the Black Ops 3 workshop. This doesn't feel Treyarch made. This feels like something somebody would make if, like, a couple weeks after they first learned the Black Ops 3 modding tools and wanted to make their own map. There just isn't anything to do. It's like the map is straight out of World at War in terms of like stuff to do, gameplay wise, you know? So after playing all the maps, I think I've gathered all the info I need. There really isn't much to any of the maps. They're quite bland and don't have much stuff to do in them. It really feels like they're out of World at War, like I said, with one of them literally being out of World at War. But the Covenant system I actually really like, and I wouldn't mind seeing it return. I'm a big fan of it. The perk system, not so much. I don't like buying the same perk 4 times. I would greatly rather they go back to the Cold War system. The gunplay, I like that quite a lot. It was nice. Also the mechanics, like moving and I guess jumping and mantling, all that, yeah, it felt pretty good. The way zombies move felt a little bit weird, and I felt like they hit a little bit too fast on early rounds. But the way zombies kind of worked, I don't know, it felt off. So, in the end, do I think Vanguard is bad? I only think it's half bad. What do I mean by this? Well, the game is kind of half and half for me. The objective-based maps aren't really good, and to be honest, I don't think I'm ever going to play them again until I have to do the round 100s on them. There's nothing that is making me want to go back to them. From the hour I've played Anfang, I feel like I did every single thing I possibly could have done. Shi No Numa and Archon, however, I think I would probably play him again from time to time. Maybe not Shi No Numa so much, but the Archon wasn't too bad. I'm a really big fan of when zombie maps have a lot of stuff to do. They're so forgettable. I think the Archon could have been a really good map if it got some more development time, but unfortunately, I think Vanguard will go down as the worst zombies experience. In conclusion, Vanguard is just not worth playing, and really, it is just forgettable.
How many fools can I kill today? Too many to count, don't get in my way. I shoot a mofo in the throat with my bow. Tomahawk chop is my death.